Hey, welcome back to Right on the Money, your go-to resource for the financial topics that matter to you. Now, if you're just joining us, we're here with Dan Brooks, president and founder of Xexis Private Wealth. Dan, great to have you here today.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Now, we talked on our last segment, and folks, if you're just joining, if you just hopped in on this one, you want to check out the last segment, because we talked about the role of professional advisor, of having a financial advisor in your life, how important that is. We also talked about your book, and I'm going to give you kudos again and a congratulations, because Dan has a book. It's The Truth About the Financial Industry's Profit First Agenda, Amazon bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is super cool. I am at the age now where it just dawned on me that I am going to retire. Like, this is an actual reality. And I'll be honest, I haven't taken too many steps forward other than I've been squirreling money away. Mm-hmm. But that's just this, I don't know, I don't have a plan. So what are my first steps that someone like me should take, starting the plan for retirement?
You just took the first step. Nice. Which is realizing, hey, I need to start doing something, right? So you've been saving money, and what you're going to find the closer you get to retirement is all these decisions you have to make. You know, what about Social Security? When am I going to take it? Mm-hmm. What about my spouse? When should she take hers? Medicare. I've got to make decisions there too. And I've got all this money in my 401k. What about the taxes on that? How do I deal with that? And when you do meet with an advisor, you're probably going to find out a whole bunch of questions you didn't know that you should be asking, because you know the planning, any sort of planning, especially for retirement, has so many elements. You know, we call it putting a puzzle together.
Yeah.
And that the book is a part of the reason of that, to make it a little more understandable for people.
But would you talk about the ease planning process that I believe you even have it trademarked, which is super cool. This is a process that you built, and how it simplifies really this complex and almost overwhelming world here.
Yeah, because my clients through the years are telling me that when I first meet them, like very common, like I know that I've got this, but I don't really know how that works, and I bought this a few years ago, but I can't really explain it to you. That's almost everybody. Then they go do research and they talk to, friends and CPAs and attorneys and bosses and brothers and sisters, and then they go to Google.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get answers to what they think are the right questions. So problem number one is it becomes overwhelming. And problem two is they don't know the right questions to ask. So what we did is simplify it for people. We have what we call the 5 aisles of where your money can go in retirement. And we make it very simple for people, because when it's explained to people in simple terms, people are smart. They don't need somebody to put a plan together for them. They just want to know what their options are.
Sure.
And we teach them the positives and negatives and how to put things together. And people are smart enough to figure it out on their own.
Well, from a high level, walk me through the ease planning process. I know that each letter stands for something.
Yeah.
Walk me through that.
Yeah, the EASE, the first portion is education, like what we're doing here.
Yep.
Because you have to have accurate information about the things that you're worried about without sales pressure, nobody trying to push a product on you. So education is learning what's out there, the positives and negatives. And once you have that basis of education, then you can go to the A in E's, which is analyzing it. So, okay, now I understand it. Let's analyze what we want to do here. And that leads to the next step, which is strategize it. What is my strategy going to be to get me where I want to go? All the things that I want, as much as possible, the things I want. How do I put a strategy together to do that? How do I avoid all the things I don't want? And the last one is the most important, and it stands for enjoy. And by the way, the ease planning process came to us. We named it that acronym because our clients, at the end of the process that we use, were always saying to me, Dan, when I first met you, I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't sure we were going to be okay. And I feel so much at ease. And my director of operations, Desiree, he actually came up with that and said, we should name it Ease.
Nice.
So that's where that came from.
Very nice. Now, I like everything you just said, and folks, I imagine you do too. So if I'm out there and I want to get in touch with you, what's the best way for me to get a hold of you?
Whatever is convenient for somebody. Obviously, the telephone is easy, or sending me an email. We're located in Florida, but we have clients all over the place. One of the, maybe the only good thing that came from the COVID was that we had to start using Zoom.
Yeah.
And our clients locally are using it, and our clients out of state, of course, are using it. So, I'm happy to meet people over Zoom anytime.
That is awesome. I have to imagine, when you say the enjoy part and people relax and the ease, it does. I can see where that would take a load off of all this confusion to actually have a plan put together.
Well, it does, and when you are confident that everything that you want, or as much of it as possible, is going to happen, and you don't have to watch the stock market every day and hope that it comes out great, that you really know that your plan has already accounted for that. That if it goes up, that's great. If it goes down, it's not going to hurt you because you already know, you understand it. Well, that puts people at ease, and that's the last part of the ease, which is enjoy. Enjoying your retirement is the goal. You've worked a long time to get there, and this is not time to worry about your money. It's time to know how much you can spend comfortably. And by the way, one of the things we're kind of known for when people come to us, they have an idea in mind of what their budget's going to be in retirement. And many times we're able to tell them that they can spend considerably more than that safely. So that's a lot of fun.
That's got to make a lot of people happy.
It does, and it makes us happy too.
Now we're going to take another break, and when we come back, though, we're going to talk a little bit about some of those key strategies in the accumulation years, and then also the retirement years, and some important differences. But then also, I'm going to ask you about maybe one of the most overlooked aspects in retirement planning that a lot of folks miss. Folks, you do not want to miss that. So remember, if you like the show, do us a favor, squeeze the like button, click subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. We'll see you right back here in just a moment.